Next question goes to Kathy Taylor first. Voters learned this summer that the waste collected by the Green Waste Program was not being disposed of properly, but was instead being burned in an incinerator along with the rest of the city's trash. And that was happening even though citizens were paying for stickers to ensure that the green waste was turned into mulch and was not burned. So really there are two issues here. A mulching machine that wouldn't separate the green waste from the plastic bags holding the waste, and then the months that Tulsans paid for a service they weren't actually getting. Who is accountable for those mistakes in the Green Waste Program, and has that person or person been called to account for the mistakes? We begin with Kathy Taylor.
The mayor is the CEO of the city, and I think the mayor is accountable for what happens in the city. I understand that Mayor Bartlett said that his team did not tell him about this, but this was the biggest change in our trash system, and it was a 15-year, multi-million-dollar contract. If people didn't report the problems to him, I agree with the Tulsa World. It's either unbelievable or irresponsible. The mayor has to be accountable, and I call upon the mayor, as I did in May when I visited the TARE board, to refund the amount that's been charged to Tulsans. Look, I agree with Senator Coburn on this. He said Oklahomans, Tulsans, Americans have a crisis in confidence in government. It's because government isn't being honest and accountable. We owe that to people that entrust us with their taxes. Tulsans have been being charged for a year for a service they simply have not gotten. Now, I don't think anyone's upset that the machine didn't work. I think what they're upset about is that there was a year-long cover-up, and they're just now finding out about it. The city didn't raise their hand and say, we're sorry, we made a mistake, let us make it right. They covered it up, and now citizens are not only out dollars, but most importantly, they're out trust. And I think that they are owed a refund and an apology.
Mayor Bartlett, who's accountable for the mistakes in the Green Waste Program?
Well, certainly the mayor is, first and foremost. We've had a very big process, obviously, of transforming from a previous system of how we picked up trash to how we're doing it now. And it was 115,000 residences that had to change, that everybody had to change. And generally speaking, we've gone through it pretty well. But some parts of it, unfortunately, didn't work, and this was one. Didn't work. When I found out about it, found out that it was not working as advertised, that the machines weren't working, that the public was not putting the trash, the green waste, in the bags as was anticipated. It was actually going into the trash cans. So it wasn't working, and we stopped it immediately. Went to the TARE board and made that request, and they acknowledged it. But at the end of the day, the trash is still being picked up, and it's going to the burn plant, and it's being used to generate electricity and to generate steam. And we've had a very good process of recycling, much better than anticipated, probably 2 or 3 times better, Dan, than what we originally was forecasted. And that's great for us, it's great for the environment, obviously, but it's good for our city because we're able to sell that recycled products. And that allows us to keep rates down. That's a good success story, and it's one we're getting a lot of good publicity on. But at the end of the day, the mayor's the one responsible for it. And we will be in the process of evaluating a mulch system again and seeing what will work. This time we'll do a lot better job of informing the mayor and keeping the mayor up to date. We've had a lot of discussion about the lack of communication on this. I'm not blaming the employees necessarily because they were doing their job. What their job is to do is to not look at the political winds and not worry about a mayor's race. What they're worried about is trying to make a machine work. And if it didn't work, find a way to make it work. And they tried and tried and tried. Time got away from them, and we had a problem.
Kathy Taylor, you have 1 minute for rebuttal.
Well, first of all, cities all over the country pick up trash. That's one thing cities have in common. Everyone does it, and most of the cities in the country do it right. We spent $1.2 million communicating with Tulsans on how to throw away their trash, and now Mayor Bartlett is saying that it's the Tulsans' fault because they put their trash in the wrong place. I simply don't buy it. I say again, this is about honesty and accountability in government, and it's why the very first Back to Basics plan I released was about transparency and accountability. It is time for our city to be honest with its citizens and to do what's right and to refund those green waste fees.
Well,